Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the absolute real problem of the Chicago Bears offense. No, it's not Matt Nagy. As much as I criticize him on his channel, he is not the deep-rooted problem of this offense. No, it is not the quarterback play. It is neither Mitchell Trubisky nor Nick Foles as the real problem with this Bears offense. And as bad as this offensive line is, it is not the offensive line as the deep-rooted problem with this Bears offense. I point towards one individual in particular. This individual's name is Ryan Pace, the general manager of the Chicago Bears. But before I get into the reasons why Ryan Pace is the real problem of the Chicago Bears offense, I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. I know it's still a lot going on out here, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying safe. And also, I announced a few days ago that there will be a podcast coming real soon with my best friend, Linda Camille, called That One Podcast. More details on that will come out as I get the details. About 60 to 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you fit into that category, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video. But enough with all that. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Ryan Pace is the true problem of the Chicago Bears offense. No, he does not coach. No, he does not play on the field. But a lot of the decisions that he's made has really hurt this Bears on the offensive side of the ball. As we all know, the Bears are a historically defensive team. Bears win by defense, and the offense runs the ball and plays physical type of football. But the tide of the league has changed to where you have to have a really good quarterback and a really good offense to pair along with that defense. The Bears have went so defensive heavy over the past couple of years with cap space and different moves that I feel it has really hindered this Bears offense for getting the necessary pieces that it needs to succeed as an offense in totality. Here's why. Yes, the Bears spent money to get Jimmy Graham. They traded for Nick Foles, but the big problem with the Chicago Bears offensively coming into the season, and it's still a problem at the midpoint, is the offensive line. The Bears did not invest a single penny outside of Jermaine Fetty in the offensive line, and Jermaine Fetty is a natural tackle playing guard. So when you don't have a necessary offensive line, you are going to struggle. The best offensive lineman that the Bears have is Cody Whitehair, and he is your center. Typically, most offensive lines, the left tackle is usually the best player. They're usually the core staple piece of an offensive line. And in the Chicago Bears case, the left tackle is Charles Leonard Jr., who has absolutely struggled the past 2 seasons, and he has really struggled this year alone. So the non-investment in the offensive line and the heavy investment on the defensive side of the ball, I feel is really hurting the Chicago Bears offense. Now, they spent a lot of money to get guys like Tashawn Gibson, Robert Quinn. They got guys like Artie Burns, who unfortunately went down with a torn ACL. You have contract extensions for Danny Trevathan. You have Khalil Mack, even though he's worth every penny with the high price. You have contract extensions for Eddie Jackson, who is also worth every penny. But to be 100% honest with you guys, I feel the Robert Quinn signing was a massive overpay for what was on the market. Guys like Vic Beasley was on the market for a cheaper price. You could have got a guy like Jadeveon Clowney on the market for a little bit of a cheaper price. So to pay top dollar for a guy like Robert Quinn, to me, I think it was an overpay. And to not invest into an offensive line who has been struggling this year and then struggled last year, I feel was a huge mistake. and also to not invest in the weapons around your quarterback, whether it was Trubisky or Foles, was a huge mistake. Allen Robinson is a great piece, but he has not been extended, and with things going the way they are with this offense, it's hard to see him coming back, especially if things like this continue. David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen have been great picks. You just invested in a contract for Cohen, but unfortunately he went down with a torn ACL. Cordell Patterson has been a solid pickup as well, but I feel you could have got more weapons around the quarterback at the wide receiver spots. You could have got another number 2. As much as Anthony Miller, I liked him coming out of the draft, he has just not been a consistent play. Darnell Mooney has been great, but he's still in year 1. So there is time to tell on whether that really works out, but so far it has. Also, another move that I think was a head scratcher was getting Nick Foles. Yes, Nick Foles has been successful in this league. Yes, Nick Foles has had a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, but I feel the price tag that they have on Nick Foles is a bit of an overpay for a guy who is backing up Mitchell Trubisky to come into the year. $18 million for a backup quarterback, I think, is a bit of a high price. You could have gotten guys on the market for a whole lot cheaper, or if you want to just rid Trubisky, you could have gotten a starter quality guy like a Newton or a Teddy Bridgewater or somebody of a Marcus Mariota, somebody of that nature, versus paying $18 million to a quarterback, Nick Foles. You could have invested that money on your offensive line, which has struggled, and as it is right now, looks like it's going to be continuing to struggle throughout the course of this 2020 season. So the real problem of the Chicago Bears offense is Ryan Pace for not investing in the offense. Instead, he put too much of the salary cap on the defensive side of the ball. Despite having a great defense as is, you invested even more money into a defense that's already great, where we could have used that cap space and that salary to invest in weapons, to invest in an offensive line, and to invest in a cheaper quarterback than Nick Foles to really improve an offense that was really bad last season. The defense was never a problem on the Chicago Bears football team. The problem of this Bears football team for the majority of its history has always been the offensive side of the ball. The offense hasn't been consistent. It wasn't consistent last year, and it hasn't been consistent this year. We can blame Nagy. That's absolutely 100% right. We can blame the quarterback play for not being right. But when you don't have the necessary pieces on the field, you're going to struggle. I feel that the Bears' heavy spending on the defensive side of the ball really hurt them capital-wise to investing on an offensive line and investing into weapons that can really help the Chicago Bears team succeed in 2020. We already on a 2-game losing streak, and the offense hasn't been consistent all season long. Now, the factors on the field and coaching could be the problem, but the deep-rooted problem of this is general manager Ryan Pace. But that is all I have for you guys. Make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and also share the video and subscribe to the channel, as that helps the channel to grow. We are still so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys are watching this video and are not subscribed, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button, and also click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video. But I'm APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.